Today we're going to be reviewing set 70500 Kai's Fire Mech containing 102 pieces. This set retailed for $10 US. Now if you want to purchase this set today new, on average it's going to cost you $64 US. And if you want to purchase it used, on average it's going to cost you $24 US. Taking a look at the one and only minifigure on the good side, we have a front view of Elemental Kai, a back view showing the back printing, a back view without the headpiece showing no alternate face, and again a front view showing the one and only face that he possesses. From there, we have our one and only minifigure from the bad guys, which is a front view of our Stone Soldier Scout. Here we have a back view, then a back view with no headgear, and finally a front view with no headgear, getting a better look at that face. Finally, we can take a look at Kai's Fire Mech. Now, as always, we're going to start off with the aesthetics. So starting with the color scheme first, he is rocking a bright red as the main color. We have gold as the accent, the one and only accent, really. And we have black and gray as mechanical parts here. And then one thing that I want to mention is I don't understand why they included this brown here. I think I wish they would have made it either all black or bright red, or even a dark red would have been nice for me in that regard. From there, we can take a look at the 8 stickers that this set possesses. Now, I think it's very interesting that they added this many stickers to this set, just because of the fact that I don't think it's very common for sets in this price range to have many stickers, if any at all. But the addition of those stickers I think is great because it just adds to the aesthetics and makes the build feel more complete. Now, taking a look at these stickers, we can start with this left arm here. So on the inside here, we have one of our stickers, which just kind of shows the functions that this mech possesses. From there, we have the other side where we have a Kai symbol there. And we have the same thing on the other side of Kai symbol. From there, we can move to this upper area where we have 4 gold flame stickers, which I think just adds to, again, the aesthetics of this portion of the mech. And finally, we have the last and 8th sticker, which is on the back here, which is just a vent essentially for the mech. Something else that I wanted to discuss was the back of the mech, because I feel like this is the only place where the mech really has issues. Now, I understand that there's some limitations to pieces, but it would have been nice to have gotten some more refinement back here. First, the addition of the vent sticker here is great because it just adds more to that refinement, but the fact that it's missing pieces here that could have added to it, just kind of makes me more essentially annoyed with the fact that they didn't take the extra pieces to do that. Because really, if you want, look, take a look at this mech from the side here. If you want to take a look at this mech from the side, is there an issue there in your opinion? Because in my opinion, it's just too flat compared to this very organic form side over here where there's, it's pushing out in certain areas and it just makes it feel more alive. Then we have this very flat area in the back where it's just missing some of that design work that would have helped the mech be a little bit better in my opinion. Again, I'm glad they focused on the front, but it would have been nice if there was a couple pieces back here that just made the back pop a little more. From there, I wanted to take a look at the mobility of this mech because it's an important aspect when taking a look at mechs in general. So we're going to work our way from the foot and go up from there. So the foot you can rotate essentially 360 here, and then you can move it this way that far, and then this way this far, and then backwards you can go up or backwards this much, as you can see there, and forwards this much until the bricks start colliding. From there, we have where the thigh meets the torso here. So from here, you can move it backwards pretty far until bricks start colliding. From there forward, you can do it about the same distance, which again, I think it's very good mobility. And here's a side profile of that. From there, we're gonna move on to the arms here. So essentially where the elbow is, you can turn this, let me get a better grip here. You can turn this 360, as you can see here. You can bend it this way until the bricks collide right here. You can do the same in the other direction until, again, the bricks collide right there. And then you have some limitations here going backwards there, and then going forwards there, there is a couple of limitations there as well. From there, we have where the arm meets the upper torso. So you can do pretty much everything with this here. Full 360 there. You can move this downwards, move it upwards here. And then you kind of got to be careful with this piece there, but you can move it upwards, back, forth. It pretty much has whatever mobility you want it to have. And there is no mid-torso mobility just because of the fact that this mech is so small. But again, I think it's okay for this to not have that just because of its piece limitations. Finally, we can take a look at all the features that this set has to offer. Now we're going to start with what I consider the worst feature and move to what I would consider the best feature. So starting with the right arm of the mech here, you have the ability to twist this full 360s, with the idea being that you're shooting this quote-unquote turret here. So that's pretty much that feature alone. It's just a sense of imagination there. From there we have the cockpit area, so you can take Elemental Kai here and you can sit him right there, or stand him I should say, and then you can have him pilot the mech, and that is kind of what he looks like in scale with the mech. The final feature is the ability to grab with his left hand. So you can take a minifigure and put it in his left hand here, and he is able to essentially hold that minifigure in place like that. Or you can take the Elemental Fireblade and have the mech hold it in his hand like so, and then you can just pose him however you want. Now you can also take this blade, and instead of giving it to the mech, you can take essentially the upper piece off, and you can have Kai hold the blade as well. But for safekeeping, we just have the mech hold it in place. So again, this is everything you get in set 70500, Kai's Fire Mech, retailing for $10 US. Now, do I personally think that this set was worth the $10 US back in 2013? The answer is yes. It's pretty much near perfect for the value that we have here. $10 US, you get 2 minifigures and a pretty good mech build in my opinion. The only downsides really to the build is this little brown piece, which is kind of a personal issue that I have, and then having a more refined back area being another issue. But again, those are just things that can be overlooked, because again, this is just a $10 set, so there's not really much you can do with that budget. I'm sure that if they would have included some extra pieces that you could add to the back just to make it seem a little bit more refined in some areas, it would have been a little bit better in my opinion. But $10 for this, in my opinion, is still great value, so I'm pretty happy with this set overall. But again, that has been my review of set 70500, Kai's Fire Mech. If you are enjoying the reviews, consider liking the video. And if you are enjoying the reviews and are not subscribed, consider subscribing. It is completely free and helps me out in the long run. Now, as always, I will see you guys in my next video.